Slightly different zodiac wheel today because we are going to introduce some Chinese elements, not all. 12 signs as usual, 12 houses. You get 3 reads at least out of this, especially if you know your own chart. So 17th of February then, 2026. The Ring of Fire happens at 1 minute past 12 GMT time. The eclipse, new moon in Aquarius. So let's see where that takes us. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. It leaves us with a lack, a feeling of emptiness, of something missing in the pit of our stomach that we cannot replace. Change is coming. 5 years. Oops. And justice will be served. In this deck, it's the number 8. Legal, partnerships, documents, court cases. Open enemies. For the lads, the call on the prostate. And we are going to use the I Ching cards. So Libra goes from 21st of September to 21st of October. We'll see where it is in the chart right now. Sorry, bottom of the deck is the number 23, but it is reversed. So let's have that somewhere as well, shall we? 23 reversed. So here we go then for everybody. Starting with Aries. This Ring of Fire, how is it going to affect you? Drained. Lack of abundance, so your finances and yourself, it's emotionally draining for you. Scorpio energy, a drain on your reproductive organs or shared resources. Number 56 is negative for you, water sign female perhaps, and the number 50, but it's in reverse. So we will read the 50 and see how it should be and see what you're doing to make it different. This is the cauldron. So the cauldron is what she's holding and it's empty. There's nothing in it. There's nothing there for you. It's empty. The ancient Chinese saw this hexagon as being auspicious. The clinging fire to the gentle wood. Your clinging is negative. Presenting an image of fire over which to cook. There is no fire, there is no passion. They also sing as resembling the ceremonial cauldron used by the family on religious and special occasions. There's no family, no feeling of family. These massive cauldrons played an important part of Chinese culture. You're feeling a lack of that. Hence the fact that the hexagon conveys ideas of sociability, stability. This is a time when you can develop your philosophy of life further, or you should be, but you're not. The implications of Ting is that fate plays important parts in our lives. We are not complete masters of our own destiny, and if we think we are, fate will be certain to remind us of the truth once we realise that we have to take the rough with the smooth. We can put our energies to better use. So your energy would be put to better use elsewhere. The 50 in reverse, it's usually the one before or the one after, isn't it? So it's Chewy, Chewy Lee, 49. So it is the one before. So you've got a changing situation. From 50 to 49, a revolution is about to take place. Here comes conflicting energies. The year of the fire horse is about conflict, which are brought together, and the lake suspended above the fire. So fire and water. That's what they want you to do, is get some passion, get some steam. Fire and water destroy each other. So this hexagon points to a time of deep contention and eventual change. There's the change. The strife may well give rise to change, but change can also give rise to strife. There is no easy way to resolve this situation. You mustn't panic or impose changes which are not appropriate. Keep a cool head and take a long-term view. Then you will be able to look at the way forward and see what's the right time to make the change. Even if you make the right decision at the right time, it will not be easy process. It will require determination, persistence, and as long as your motives are not purely selfish, you persevere with the process of change, the result will be change for the better. So there is light at the end of the tunnel. Taurus, you've got the birth of something. The truth is hidden, I believe. Or it may set you free, because I'm not sure which way that ace goes. Usually in index it's held that way as you would upwards. So if it's in the ground, that to me is declaring a fight. So lies, deceit and theft may be around a birth, a child. The sword needs to be taken to find the truth and set you free. 9 months. So you have number 51. We've done that this morning, haven't we? So it's very important. The arousing. Thunder above thunder. So definite conflict. It's a time of sudden and dramatic changes for you. You will have to deal with some very climatic, electrifying events in your life, and the way you handle them is very important. When unpredictable dramas unfold in your life, it is too easy to be shocked that you're almost paralysed like an animal. That's what we had this morning in the glare of light. On the other hand, these times can be very positive in the long term. When you go through such traumatic and purging experiences, you come on the other side with new strength and understanding. After these serious traumas have passed, they will leave you stronger with a sense of joy and liberation that will carry on in all areas of life and give you a rejuvenating sense of purpose. So keep going. Gemini. You have problems with reproductive organs and shared resources. Again, staying in your comfort zone. Number 13, Scorpio energy again. So the Scorpio energy is negative. Let's see if we've got it in the chart. And what else was I looking for? Libra. So, no mention of Scorpio, but Libra is in the descendant. Libra is in the 7th house, its own house, so that means that Scorpio is in its own house. So, there you've got the fire horse there. Wow. A master number 44, brilliant for you. So the fire horse, That's number 44. 13 and 44. So let's see. So those born in this year, so possibly again a child. 19. That seems to be a very young lady, doesn't it? 19. Let's see if it's positive or negative for you. So 13 is definitely negative. 44 could go either way when we read this card. Let's see. Yeah, you are growing as a person, as a soul. This is supported by two strong lines at the bottom, which are growing upwards, so the foundations are strong. In ancient Chinese, saw this as a moment of spring, when the green shoots burst from the ground, heralding a new beginning and a new year. So the 19th of this month, I think for you, is important. In personal terms, this is a good moment. You're in a position to take some considerable steps forward and promote yourself and your ideas. You can also use this opportunity to advance to a position of authority, as you have the capacity to influence people and inspire them to support you. One warning: seasons are cycles. In the course of time, I lost my position because that's stupid for it. Let me put it on do not disturb. Seasons are cyclical. In the course of time, the fall must come around and eventually winter. So it's important that you seize this chance while it lasts. At the same time, taking a long-term view to make sure you build strong bedrock of support, which will see you through the inevitable downturn in the future. Cancer, what have we got? Oh, we've got lessons to learn still. We've got to wait for the full moon. So the 14th for us is negative. Tony and Philip, brothers, Sagittarius, Artemis, Diana. We have a lesson to learn, and it will be illuminated by the full moon, which I'm not sure is when it is at the minute. Could well be on the 14th for Alana. Number 54 for you is positive. Negative, no positive. And the number 28. Oh, well, it's about you right, isn't it? A great weight is put upon us. If you look at this hexagram, you can see that all the strong lines are on the inside. The top and bottom lines are weak. The ancient Chinese saw that the hexagram is representing a wooden beam so seriously weakened that unless immediate action was taken, it would simply collapse under its own weight. The implications, therefore, is that the focus of your thoughts is in a dire state, and you must do something about it urgently. It is as if you are in the middle of a vortex, which is bringing all the troubles and inherent weaknesses of the present situation to the fore. So you're sucking the negative energy in. If you fail to make radical and essential changes immediately, everything will disintegrate. You must stand firm and be very clear about which direction you want to take. Gather together all your inner strength and keep a clear head. You will be able to weather the inevitable storm. Don't be wavering. Don't give in. Protect yourself. Leo, so I'm feeling stuck, unable to travel, especially across water. Very watery energy here. Stormy waters. Big storms. 37 Pisces energy. So victimhood, martyrdom. And the number 59, but you two have got it in reverse. So 59. So dispersion. The gentle wind is above the abysmal water. There it is again, the water. Because it is a gentle wind, the water is not whipped up high, so that it might not be a big event, but it's crippling. Mildly lifted up into the air to form a slight mist. The implication is that through the right method you can sweep away differences and disunity to produce a common good. In personal affairs, this is time to take down your barriers, dismantle your defences, and seek cooperation in all things. They saw the family as the only true basis of society, and this hexagram implies that the moment is right to deal with any dissension at home in spirit of goodwill. If you find yourself at odds with family, friends or colleagues, it will be very difficult to move forward. So take this opportunity to mend fences, create as productive an atmosphere as possible, and you will see great benefits all around. But there are, because you got it reversed, limitations. The abysmal water, again the water, emotions, is placed above the joyous lake. The implication is that there is too much water around, too much emotion, and unless it is restrained, it will overflow and disaster will ensue. There is a solitary moral tale here, warnings of the conditions created by excess and lack of foresight. No matter how tedious limitations might be, so especially on your spending, they are an essential part of life. It is important not to get too repressive, but if there are no restraints at all, trouble and difficulty are about to come your way. Your present situation is delicately poised as you battle with two conflicting ideas of restriction and tolerance. In personal relationships, you must find the middle path between laissez-faire approach and jealous restrictive one. This also implies in financial and business affairs, you can gain nothing without the outlay of some money, but you must keep some back for a rainy day. So, Virgo, you've got somebody who's all mouth and no trousers, never does what he says he's going to do, and a choice in love. Aries, number 6, Adam, Eve, Lily, Katie, not Katie, yeah, Catherine, Emily, Susan, Aidan, Josh and Lauren. A choice, your choice, your destiny, the number 60. So you are facing limitations as well. We keep getting these limitation, the repeat cards, don't we? So I will repeat it again just for you because you might not be listening. The abysmal water is placed above the joyous lake. The implication that there is too much water around, too much emotion, and unless it is restrained, it will overflow and disaster will ensue. There is a solitary moral tale here, warning of the conditions created by excess and lack of foresight. So don't be lending money out left, right and centre. Don't be spending it, because no matter how tedious limitations may be, they are an essential part of life. It is important not to be too repressive, but if there is no restraint at all, trouble and difficulty are about to follow. Your present situation is delicately poised as you battle with two conflicting ideas, restrictions and tolerance. In personal relationships, you must find the middle path between the laissez-faire approach and jealous restrictive one. This also applies to financial or business affairs. You will gain nothing without outlaying some money, but you must keep most back for that rainy day. Libra, oh no. Sacrifice, martyrdom, victimhood, walking around in eggshells. You must learn to say no, stop being a sheep. Number 45 and number 12 for you. Those born in the year of the sheep are lucky for you, but you mustn't be a sheep. You hold the key here. Put your boundaries in place. Learn to say no. 45. A sheep as a person could be good for you. And the number 45, but you don't be a sheep. 49, it's in the reverse. So you two have got 2. 49. A revolution. Aries had this as well, didn't they? So this is it. You have got to rebel. You can't keep being somebody's doormat. Conflicting energies are brought together with the lake suspended above the fire. The fire and water destroy each other. So this points to a time of deep contention and eventual change. The strife may well give rise to change, but change can also give rise to strife. There is no easy way to resolve the present situation. You mustn't panic or impose changes that are not appropriate. Keep a cool head and take a long-term view, and you'll be able to look at the way forward and see where it's the right time to make the changes. Even if you make the right decision at the right time, this is not going to be easy. It will require determination and persistence. As long as your motives are not selfish and you persevere with the process of change, the result will be change for the better. But then you've got the cauldron, so something's cooking, which could be very auspicious if you plan. The clinging fire is above the gentle wood, presenting an image of fire over which to cook. So it's up to you what you do, what ingredients you put into this potion. They also saw Ting as resembling ceremonial cauldron used by family and religion special occasions. This massive cauldron played an important part of Chinese culture, so there may be a special occasion coming up. Hence the fact that the hexagon conveys ideas of sociability and stability. This is a time when we can develop your philosophy of life further. The implications of Ting is that fate plays an important part in our lives. We are not complete masters of our own destiny, and if we think we are, we are sadly mistaken. Fate will be certain to remind us of this truth, and once we realise that we have to take the rough with the smooth, we can put our energies to better use to stop being the martyr or the victim. Scorpio, the sun is shining, holidays, number 19, the name Karen, the tiger, the number 40, all positive energies for you, the sunflower. Children, an aha moment, something coming to light, number 22, positive energy. Richard, Katie, and Zoe. 22. Gracefulness. So the name Grace could be important even. This represents the mountain and the fire. So we have an image of a light at the foot of a mountain. Illuminate it in the same way that many buildings are lit up at night. So look for the buildings that are lit up at night, often making them more beautiful and attractive than they really are in the cold light of day. So you may meet someone on a night that looks more beautiful on the night than they do on the day. The message is simple and straightforward. This is a time to look at the outside form of things and simply enjoy them for what they appear to be. The inner content is of not any importance right now. In personal relationships, it is time to put the emphasis on good manners and courtesy, to act in a sophisticated fashion and leave aside delving into the inner workings of the psyche. If you have a creative side to your nature, you must indulge it now. You will feel especially inspired by contemplating the outer beauty of form. It is possible to seek an order in life and see it as inner beauty. Sagittarius then, change for the better, number 10. Fate is bringing you a run of good luck. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders anymore. The number 52, there are 52 weeks in a year, so 10 and 52. But the number 24 suggests that you have a change in situation. So, 24, Catherine, we've got Richard, Oscar, Jacqueline, Zoe, Susan, Aidan, Lauren and Josh. Oh, someone is returning. This is the winter solstice, 21st of December, the time at least light and life. Yet at this time of year, hope returned, because the days can only get longer. What is that reversed? Let's have a look. Wait a minute. So we had hope in the winter. The days can only get longer, and the next season will be spring. This is a symbol of an unbroken line at the bottom. Here is the strong yang. power, which this year is the yang power, climbing upwards past all the other yielding lines. The problem that concerns you has reached its lowest possible point. There is a time when it is possible to effect change for the better. The thunder lies within the earth, so the energies are preparing themselves to burst forth. This is a turn for the better, and new opportunities will present themselves. Remember that as yet the seed is in the ground and only a potential and not ready to emerge into the air, so you must proceed gently and with caution, because rushing matters will simply cause damage in the long term, or someone may steal that seed, that opportunity from you, because we have disintegration as in the reverse. This hexagram looks at empty houses, emptiness. The roof and the walls may be there, but there is obviously nothing left inside. A home is not a home without food on the table, welcome at the door, and a fire in the hearth. It is only a matter of time before the structure collapses altogether. The only unbroken line is at the top, and it implies that there is a small element of strength left, but it has become so undermined that disintegration is inevitable. It is quite clear that it is some sphere of your life. A phase is drawing to a close, so you must cut your losses. This is not an abrupt or surprising situation, it's more cyclical. All things have their rise and fall, and this is the time when you must face the decline, the inevitable end. This is definitely not a good moment to undertake any new ventures. The only thing to do here is sit still, keep quiet, and steer well clear of any rash or impulsive move which would almost certainly spell disaster. Oh dear. Comedy and drama, both together, the number 19, and it looks like you've got the drama. Someone is sick of banging their head against a wall, Capricorn, and wasting the time, energy and breath on people that don't understand. It's time to nail your flag to the mast and come home to who you truly are. Make a declaration. And the number 29 is for you, positive or negative, because you've got two choices. So 61 is positive for you, 29 not so sure. 29 is one of those that's exactly the same upside down as reversed, I think. Yes, it's not a change, it's the abyss. No matter which way you turn it, it's the abyss. Someone is put at the gates of hell because it's a 29. This is one of only 8 double hexagrams. In other words, the top and the bottom trigrams are exactly the same, no matter what you do. Both trigrams represent water and the abyss. The central strong line is held in check with 2 weak lines above and below, signifying a difficult time. The image contained in this hexagram is of a gorge through which water, symbolising energy, must flow, your chi. Clearly, you're in hazardous circumstances, and it could be one moment in time where you have to face something. This situation will require all of the resolve you can muster and dictates that you deal with your affairs in an upright and honest way at all times. This is not a time to try to slide around any challenges. You must face them head on. Nor is it a time to be aggressive. Instead, you must maintain a genuinely strong and steady approach. These moments, if dealt with correctly, can be very character building, so there is every chance that some good will come of it. Aquarius, cowardice, illness, bad temper, Leo energy, the number 8 or 26 for you is negative. The mother energy, the number 3, agriculture, pregnancy, abundance, number 3, positive energy. So power struggles, possibly with a female, mothers especially, or Leos. Your mother may be having a power struggle with somebody, but the mother energy is right, the Leo energy is not. It's cowardice, it's control, and then we have the number 43 to try and explain things. So we have David, Ian, Penny there, and number 3 is Abigail, Greg, Elaine, Natasha, Josh, Lauren. Loads of names connected to them. 43. There will be a resolution to this, whatever it is. It's the lake above that of heaven, creating the image of a sudden cloudburst. In addition, the 5 strong lines are all moving upwards, the final weak line indicating that with one last shove, the present situation will change dramatically. So it might be the last straw. This is reminiscent of early spring. It feels as if with one more effort, summer will arrive. The theme is of direct force and energy which must find the correct channel or it could become destructive. In personal terms, you are not well poised. You are now well poised to deal with any problems that confront you, but you must do this in an open and honest way. So honesty above everything. Do it with firmness. A strong resolve tempered with fairness will produce the best results. Your own motives must be totally honest, or you could find yourself embroiled in a mess as monstrous as the one that you're attempting to clear up. So, you must favour the mother in this situation. What would your mama say? And finally, Pisces then. Oh, you see, we've got nothing, we're drained. Where with the dragon that we had this morning, Capricorn energy, number 63 is positive for you. Retirement, possibly, or sitting on a pot of gold, or what you value. And number 47, what is it? Is it worth valuing or not? No, it's oppression. Somebody wants to oppress you or you them. This is a very empty time. What did I say? There's the empty cup. This one denotes the most difficult set of circumstances. The joyous lake is above, while the calm, the dangerous water below. The image is of a lake lying drained and empty, and at the bottom and the top, the middle weak lines contain and enclose the strong ones, holding them in check. Quite clearly, this situation you are in has reached a point of no return, of complete loss. There is no more to be gained from pursuing that particular dream. This is a point of ultimate confrontation, where all your goals and ambitions are revealed to have no substance, of being built on sand, so something you believed in. In these circumstances, the only thing to do is let your ambitions go. There is a real hope, because Capricorn is ambitions as well, and career and finances. There is a real hope in the depths of the darkness, though. It is through this kind of adversity that you will come to define yourself and your values. You realise where you went wrong. Absolutely stunning, beautiful energy. And we've got 23, haven't we? We've got to read 23. But it is reversed. So, the overall message then, 23. Disintegration. Leading to the return. So, it is again the phoenix rising. Destruction before the rising. This is an empty house. The roof and the walls may be there, but there is obviously nothing left inside. It's only a matter of time before the structure collapses altogether. The only unbroken line is at the top, and implying that there is a small element of strength left in the situation, but it has become so undermined with disintegration it's inevitable. It's quite clear that some sphere of your life, a phase, is drawing to a close. This will not be an abrupt or surprising situation, it's been more cyclical. All things have their rise and fall, and this is a time when you must face the decline and the inevitable end. This is definitely not a good moment to undertake any new venture. The only thing to do here is to sit still, keep keep quiet and still stay well clear of any rash or impulsive moves which could most certainly spell disaster. When that disaster's taken place, remember that Spirit never take anything from you unless they're trying to make space for something better. This hexagram is associated with the winter solstice, 21st of December, the time of least light and life, when we are at our darkest moment. Yet at this time of year, hope returns because the days can only get longer and the next season will be spring, so it can only get better. This is a symbol of a hexagram by the unbroken line at the bottom. Here is your strength, your yang power, which is this year's power. Climbing upwards past all of other yielding lines, the problem that concerns you has reached its lowest possible point. This is a time where it's possible to effect change for the better. The thunder lies within the earth, so the energies are preparing themselves to burst off. An eruption. This is the return for the better. Sorry about that. The new opportunities will present themselves. Remember that as yet the seed is in the ground, it's only potential, and it's not ready to emerge into the air, so you must proceed gently with caution. Rushing matters will simply cause damage in the long term. So, there we go then. Thanks for listening. I'll get that one posted. Happy Chinese New Year when it arrives. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.